Hi again! It's Theia! Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Garden Goddess Tarot, and welcome back to the final installment of my Kyphi making adventure. Kyphi being the sacred temple incense that I've had a hankering to make for a while and finally got off my butt, got the ingredients together, and we're doing it. So, this is the final installment, which means this is the part where we amalgamate everything together, where we bring the wet and the dry ingredients together. We dump that delicious jar of beautiful layers into a bowl and mix it up. And I'm so excited. It's gonna be great. And I can't wait to see how this darn stuff smells. It's like I've been experiencing each of the individual ingredients each night as I ground them. I've been getting a whiff of the wet mix every night when I give it a stir, and I have no idea what the combination of those smells are gonna be. Is it gonna be lotusy? Is it gonna be winey? Is it gonna be datey? Is it gonna have an overwhelming frankincense aroma because that's the main dry ingredient? I just don't know. Or is it just going to meld together and become something that is absolutely nothing like any of the individual ingredients all on their own? I just don't know. It'll be an adventure. So that's what today's video is. So we're making the pellets. We're making the Kyphi today. I hope you're so excited. So without any further ado, let's get started. Alrighty, we're in the kitchen now. We need to do a bit of kitchening. This is the jar of the wet ingredients for the Kyphi. Our dates, our raisins, our honey. What else did I put in there? Wine, lotus oil, etc. It's a bit runny, which is great, which means all of the wet ingredients have soaked up as much as possible. We're gonna boil it down a little bit, just simmer, not like boil, but just like cook it down just a smidge. And then I will use an immersion blender just to make it super smooth. And then we can add it to the dry ingredients. So I'm very excited. So let's get in there. Oh, my kitchen's gonna smell so fun. Alrighty, so it's just in a low simmer. And right now I'm cooking out all the moisture. So this moisture that's coming out of this, like this beautiful steam, is liquid from the wine, which was from Greece, or from the raisins, which were from Turkey, or from the dates, which were from somewhere in the Middle East, I believe. So it's very, yeah, I'm just thinking about that as I'm stirring it down. Like we are refining the essence of the aromas, we're concentrating it. Looks gross, smells so good though. Just a gentle simmer. I'm actually gonna turn it right off. And we're fucking beautiful. You're now covered in the liquid essence of that part of the world. Anyway, just about done. And then I'm gonna put it in my jar and give it a good buzz with the immersion blender. Alrighty, we've made it back to a lovely thick paste, which I think will be perfect based on the amount of dry ingredients that I have. If we need more moisture later, I can just add some honey in to loosen it out a bit, but you do want the pellets to be really sticky, so. And the less moisture that's in it, the less drying time it'll take as well. So keep that in mind once the pellets are formed, and then we coat them and let them dry. So yeah, so let's go mix this nice warm mixture of happiness. Oh, it feels so good. I definitely sang it songs while it was cooking down. I couldn't show you because of copyright, and I'm also a terrible singer, but yeah. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll mix that up and then we'll make some pellets and our Kyphi will be well on the way to being ready. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, my kitchen now smells like happiness. Okay, dry mix, wet-ish mix. I'm just gonna start combining slowly in small sections. I'm gonna make some pellets. I'm so excited. I'm thrilled. It's finally happening. Alrighty. I'm gonna put on some music and speed this bit up for you. Alright, hey, put my glove back on. Ugh. So I've got it to kind of a rough, it looks like hamburger. It's like a slightly damp Play-Doh consistency, so it holds together good. It might be on slightly the too wet side, but I'm out of dry ingredients, and that's fine. It'll just take a wee bit longer to dry, but it holds together, it's firm. I made lots of liquid. There's lots left, so I might just make another pellet incense with it. That's not Kyphi, but close, because no sense in wasting that. But for now, this is our Kyphi dough, and it's beautiful. So yeah, it's not soupy, stands up on its own, will hold together in shape. So what I'm gonna do with this beauteous, delicious smelling dough, I'm gonna roll it into very tiny little balls. And then we will let them out to dry. So very tiny, as in I'll probably go something around like this size. Can you see? Just like a pea. A little pea. And then I've got a lovely thing over here set out that's covered in stuff so it doesn't stick. But hopefully that's right. I'll start rolling, and if we run into trouble, I might add some more dry ingredient of something just in case it's too sticky, but should be all right. Do as I say, not as I do, yeah? Yeah. Alrighty. So yeah.
couple of, because like these are going to be pretty potent little fellers, right? Good and smoky, very, very much full of, those are too big, not super useful, but just like a pea, like a small pea. That way we'll get the most out of them. They're just there to dry. So cute. All right, let's do her.
There you have it. I've done it. I've done it. I have a sea of tiny little soldiers. Arthur. Poor dog just smashed his head into my candle. Buddy, are you okay? Come here. Come here. How about? Come on. Come say hi. Say hi to everybody. This is Arthur. I'm sure you met him. Does he like my Kyphi? It smells like food. Maybe. I'm wondering what I've been up to every night for 2 weeks. But yes, I've done it. I've made the Kyphi. You thrilled? Hope so. Gotta have your animal companions present at all times, you cannot. But yeah, so I've got my little tiny army of Kyphi soldiers lined up, and they're air drying right now. It's gonna be like 2 weeks until they're totally dry, just in order to preserve them, because we've got things like raisins and dates in there, as well as some other alive ingredients. The shelf life on Kyphi is not the longest ever. It does have a habit of, especially if you don't let it dry completely, of going off. So to help that is I make sure it's thoroughly dry. Like what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna leave it out for 2 weeks, and then if it's not dry, I'm going to throw it in my dehydrator on the like lowest setting, just to, so it doesn't melt them, doesn't start to burn them or cook them or anything. It just helps draw that moisture from the wet mix out of the Kyphi pellets so that they will last as long as humanly possible. Also, I'm going to, part of the last step of the Kyphi ritual, Kyphi making extravaganza, is you pick one ingredient that is important to you. It can be whatever, ideally resin, and you'll want to crush it up, and then you coat the outside of each of the Kyphi pellets with it. So it will be the first flush of scent when you light the Kyphi. Once you, like when you set it on your charcoal, that outer coating of powdered resin will be the first flush of scent you get as it burns, and then you tuck into the richness of the pellet itself as that begins to burn. And that keeps them from sticking together where you're storing them, because they are sticky little pellets. They do have a habit of sticking together. So you just powder it, and then put that powder in a jar or a bowl with the pellets. Shake them around until they're well coated, and then you're free to store them in an airtight jar for about 6 months, they say. So as you see, I've made quite a lot, so I'll probably be gifting a good amount of this out, and I'm going to actually make it a regular, like it's not just going to be for like super special occasions in which I would only need like 10-15 pellets a year, which I've made more than that. So it's going to become a regular use incense for me. It's going to become part of my devotional practice with Hermes, among other deities that I work with. And when I'm doing path working, when I'm doing projection, when I'm doing that kind of really deep, heady internal meditations, I'll just plunk one of those on, and it's gonna be great. And I have tested. The remainder, when I got to the bottom and it was too small to make like a full-size pellet, I just rolled it up, was pretty dry at that point, and I burned that little lump. I wanted to see what it smelled like. I'm not waiting 2 weeks, so I put it on and I lit it on fire, and oh my goodness, the smell is incredible. It is the sweetest, tangiest, warmest, spiciest, most delicious combination. It smells so special, and I really wish I was better at describing aromas so that I could give you smell-o-vision, because I want you to be able to smell this magical creation. But it is so, it's divine. It's divine. It smells so good. And I can't wait to like smoke out my room up here with it while I'm working. So I'm thrilled. So I still need to decide actually which resin to crush up and use as the coating. And I was thinking I might even do multiple. So I might do like a small batch of ones with patchouli resin, and because I love patchouli. Patchouli is one of my favorite incense related scents, and there's no patchouli in the mix already, so it'll be a little bit something different. But at the same time, I feel like that's not as super authentic, and I was thinking traditionally I think benzoin is the resin of choice for coating it, so I've got a bit of benzoin left. I might throw that on the outside because I also love the smell of benzoin. Benzoin smells so delicious, so I'll do some patchouli for sure, because I just love it. I could not. It feels very me, you know. I'll probably do some in benzoin, and then I might do some in myrrh? Maybe. I also have a bunch of pine resin that I didn't use, so I might just use that too. So we'll see. I'll probably potentially keep you updated, but just know I'll probably definitely be doing patchouli and benzoin for 2 of my outer coating ones, and those will be my Kyphi coating. But yes, so super thrilled, so excited. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I've done it. My poor husband, he's like, what are you doing up there? He's like, I don't know, it sounds like you're like, because I'm just like mashing away on the mortar and pestle every night for 2 weeks. And I've told him, I've explained to him I'm making incense, and he's like, it looks like you're making drugs, but I'm not. but yeah, so, and he's like, why, you're so excited about it? I'm like, yeah, I am. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. So, and now I forever have my special me recipe saved forever in my little, what is now I guess becoming a book of shadows slash grimoire slash witchy recipe and information book. So yeah, I've got all my associations and all of my ingredients, as well as a rough measurement, which is cool. For the most part, they're just parts, half parts. Some of them are 2 parts. Like that last one, gum arabic, was 2 parts. But yeah, and it's there if I want to make it again. And there you have it. So anyway, I will quit rambling. I've been rambling too long. But I just want to say thank you so much for being here. For those of you that stuck around for this adventure, I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. So fun. And I'm sure you will see it pop up in videos in the future, just in the background there burning away, or as part of some other extravagant situation. But yeah, thanks so much for being here. I do really, really appreciate it. And I can't wait to see all you fine people in my next video. Bye.